This is Rogers TV.
Lydia, and welcome to Out of the Fog. Tonight we have Special Olympic athlete Johnny Philpott and Phil Rendell with Special Olympics Newfoundland Labrador, and we have Liberal candidate for Cape Spear, Tom Osbourne. You won't want to miss it. We'll be right back after this. And welcome back. Today I have with me Johnny Philpott, who is the Special Olympic athlete, and we have Phil with Special Olympics Newfoundland and Labrador with us. Welcome to the studio, guys.
Yeah.
It's so great to see you. And you know, Johnny, you have been just competing in the Winter Olympics in Italy. So what was that like for you?
Very good.
Yeah? Did you have lots of fun when you were over there?
Yes, I did.
Yeah. So what did you compete in?
The 8 and 400.
400, and that was snowshoeing, right?
Yes.
So how did you get involved with snowshoeing?
Well, since I was small, I went up.
You went, yeah, and you started when you were like 7 years old, hey? And so what was the training like for you when you were preparing for the Special Olympics?
Training was just harder, and there's a lot to forget about, and it's like it's so much.
So much to do, and
yeah.
I guess how many times throughout the weeks, I guess, were you training?
3 days a week.
Wow, that's a lot. And you know, what inspired you to join the Special Olympics?
I joined it. I had something to do in this.
Yeah, it gives you something to do, and you have always liked sports and things as well too. So you don't just snowshoe; you do a lot of other things too. Hey.
Yeah. Yes.
So Phil, you were also involved with the Italy trip. So was there any fun experiences that you've had together?
Yeah. So. On the second trip, we were lucky enough to get there a day early and leave a day late. So we had some free downtime at the beginning and at the end of the games to do some, you know, not so much sport-related activities, but we were able to go and visit a couple. We went and visited the Palliser in Montreal.
Yeah.
Or sorry, not Montreal, Quebec City. And then we walked around a bit. We got to.
We see a movie or something like that.
We went and saw a movie,
yeah.
So it was a nice little break from the hectic travel and from the regiment of training constantly for the games.
And I know we mentioned training. So Phil, what was like the training for Johnny and to get him to where he is today and winning the medals?
Yeah. So I can't speak on his training out in Gander because I live in town.
Yeah.
But like when we were out in both Calgary for training camp 1 and then we were in Quebec City for training camp 2, they were constantly out training with the top level coaches and at these top line facilities and just really working as hard as I could.
Wow.
Yeah, it was great to see.
It's so nice and so inspiring. So Johnny, were there any challenges or barriers that you've overcome since you've been in the Special Olympics?
No, not really. I just depends on where you does.
Yeah, that's right. And
So
it seems like you don't sweat the small stuff. You just keep trucking on.
I'm second hand before, so
That's good. And so, what was it like when you got that medal that day? How was that feeling for you?
physical's good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. And how did it feel, seeing him win the medals and seeing all that you come together?
Yeah, so unfortunately I didn't get to go to Turin, so
Yeah.
I wasn't over there live watching him receive his medal, but I did see the photos, and it was great to hear that all three of our athletes, went out there and they all medaled, and and Johnny gave it his all, and as I always say, go Johnny, go.
Go Johnny, go! I love that. So Johnny, did you meet any other athletes or friends when you were over there?
Yes, I did all across countries.
Oh, from different countries,
Yes.
yeah. And do you still stay in contact with them?
Not really, but just I meet him up there, and then
Yes.
that's it.
And it's always good to meet new people. But I have to say one thing, I'm surrounded by all of these medals, and that's not even a fraction, I hear, of what you've gotten over the years. Hey, Johnny. So what are these medals? These are from
Maybe nationals.
Nationals,
Yes,
yeah. And so I think I was talking to your mom, and she said you've got over 400.
Yeah.
Wow. And are they all from snowshoeing?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. No, not for social. For summer.
Yeah, and winter.
Winter.
And, okay.
Athletics in the summer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so what other sports are you involved in?
And golf and curling and swimming now. So
Oh, you're in swimming, yeah. So Johnny, what does snowshoeing mean for you?
means feel better and happy and go to being it.
Yeah, and it seems like you love snowshoeing as well, hey? Yeah. So what other sports are you involved in?
Golf, curling, swimming, and bocce.
Oh, wow. And what's your favorite?
My favorite is golf.
Golf. Yeah, that sounds fun too, hey? Yeah. So, Phil, you see amazing athletes just like Johnny, and so what message would you like, other families who are going through this who might want to be involved in the Special Olympics to know?
Yeah, I mean, just reach out. That's the first step. We got 14 clubs all across the province, both in Newfoundland and in Labrador. You can reach out to us at our head office, and we can get you in contact with the appropriate club that's within your area. You can reach out to me personally on my cell phone, 293-1444, and I can steer you in the right direction as well.
And so what is like the process, like what Johnny had to do to get involved? Because you've been in this now for over 30 years, right?
2 years, yeah.
Longer than I've been alive.
Johnny, you are an inspiration to everyone, and seeing all your medals and your accomplishments, how does that make you feel to represent Canada for the Special Olympic Games?
Good.
Good, yeah. And I know several people are very, very proud of you. So who inspires you?
Parents.
Your parents. And you know what? They are so in awe of you. I know I was talking to your mom, Johnny, and she was just singing your praises and telling me all the amazing things that you've accomplished over the years. Yes, and so Phil, another thing I wanted to ask you is, like I said, if those who want to get involved with you, and what was that process like?
Yeah, so like I said, you would reach out to, you can reach out to our head office. We can put you in the right direction with whatever club is kind of within your area. And then essentially you just, sign a couple forms.
Yeah.
We get you registered. And then you figure out what sports you're interested in and what sports are offered within that specific club.
Okay.
And then we kind of just take it from there, and we figure out what kind of training schedules you'd like to do, and what activities, what days of the week work for you, and go from there and
Wow.
figure out what your interests are.
So do all the athletes, you know, do you put them through the training and do you help them that way as well?
Yeah, so at a club level, they help the athletes train, and you know, anything from training regimen to nutrition, all that stuff is, you know, is the coaches really and the volunteers all kind of take that on and use their skills. So.
Right, and so I know, you know, even with diets and everything, you got to change all that, I guess, too. Hey, yeah. So lots of things that you got to do and things that you need to keep mindful of. I mean, I'm not an athlete, so it's always neat to know all the ins and outs of it too, I guess. So how many medals do you have all together now? Is it over 400 now?
400 now, yeah.
Wow, and that's incredible. What is your favorite medal that you've received?
The medal is the Mason.
Oh wow, yeah, that is an incredible title to win. That is great. And so looking forward, are you currently working on anything? Are you planning on staying with the Special Olympics?
I still with them. I just do it for fun. That's
Do it
all.
for fun, yeah.
right.
So are you competing in anything coming up now?
No, I don't do the competitions now.
Okay.
So, no, just fun now.
For fun. So what do you do when you're not competing? What do you do for fun?
Well, I'm walking.
Working? Oh,
Yeah.
wow. That's great. Yeah. So is there a message that you want to send out to our viewers to inspire them?
Say it's very nice to be and Roger's sauce.
Oh, I'm so happy you're here with us, Johnny, because like I said, you're an inspiration to all of us, and you know, we're all supporting you and can't wait to see what you got in store for the future.
Yeah.
So Phil, do you have anything coming up in the upcoming months with Special Olympics?
Yeah, actually. So this summer, Gander will be hosting our 2025 Provincial Summer Games, which Johnny will actually be participating in bocce. So yeah, those games will be July 3rd to the 6th in Gander. And so this is kind of the first step for athletes that want to go to nationals and worlds, is this provincial games in Gander.
Yeah, and so, you know, how do you get prepared for this summer events and things like that?
Yeah, so there's a lot of work going on. There's a lot to it, a lot of moving pieces. We have a games organizing committee out in Gander that's helping out a lot with they're basically, you know, taking on the role of getting everything organized. We're kind of here to help out where is needed and help kind of guide, but we're super fortunate to have the town of Gander on board and helping out so much.
Well, thank you both for coming on the
You're
show
welcome.
today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And we'll be right back after this break.
You're watching Rogers TV St. John's. This is Rogers TV.
Your opinion matters, and we want to hear from you. Get in touch with us using our viewer feedback line, your direct connection to shaping the shows you love. It's easy. Just grab your phone, scan the QR code on your screen, and take our quick survey. Share your thoughts, and let's make your viewing experience even better.
And welcome back. Today I have with me Liberal candidate for Cape Spirit, Tom Osbourne. So Tom, welcome to the show today.
It's a pleasure to be on your show.
And so Tom, you have been in politics for quite some time. You know, you have been the Minister of Education, Health and Community Services, and even Finance. So tell us about your political journey and some of your best advancements.
Yeah, I mean, I've had many years in politics. I guess it started when I was about 14. I knew that this is what I wanted to do. You know, so the politics wasn't just a short-term thing. It is what I wanted to do as a career. So, yeah, I got elected for the first time in February of 1996, and you know, the portfolios of environment and conservation, labour, justice, health way back then, health again more recently, education, finance, service NL, so quite a number of portfolios. But you know, I think the biggest accomplishment is representing constituents. I really enjoy that aspect. You know, I know that I've been known to take on the toughest portfolios when things are challenged. Generally, I was the one called on to go in and try to fix some of the challenges. You know, you'll never fix anything or everything in any department, but to get things back on track when we were, as a province, not able to borrow money. You know, I was called on to go into finance and met with our lending agencies, our bond rating agencies. We were able to get the province back into a position where we didn't have to cut major services. We didn't have to, you know, see the challenges of not being able to borrow to keep those services going. The pandemic during education, for example, and you know the shortage of healthcare professionals globally in health and emergency departments closing across the country. We put a plan in place to get those back open and a recruitment strategy to recruit healthcare professionals to ensure that they stayed open.
You know, accomplished so much in your political career and beyond. So I know that you stepped back from politics last summer. So what made you want to run for the Liberal candidacy for Cape Spear?
I thought I was retired. I gave away all of my sign pegs, clipboards, pens, pencils, notepads, you know, all the materials that we used to put in a box or many boxes. So when we started the campaign, we just opened the boxes and away to go, telephones, the whole works, thinking I was retired. But I guess my love of politics and the fact that I've always wanted to do this made it easy. When I was asked to look at running federally, and to Prime Minister Carney's credit, he has put together a team of qualified people with experience in every province, and you know, looking for people with experience and a proven track record, because Canada's facing some significant challenges now, both internal challenges, and that's what I've been good at, going into areas where we've had significant challenge and you know, trying to bring about fixes and policies, but also the threat on our sovereignty. And you look at what's happening in the States, you know, the challenge to individuals' personal rights, the trade challenges. We need people with experience across the country to work together as a team and face those challenges head on.
So with your experience and, you know, taking on this new role, what would you like to see happen if you were elected?
Well, I mean, the fixes are not easy. It is going to take a teamwork, and you know, Prime Minister Carney's track record, his experience, he is the right leader for Canada at this time, and you know, the team he's put together. So we have a lot of work to do, and you know, we as a team will work on the solutions and you know, push back against the U.S. tariffs and the threat to make us the 51st state. You know, these are things that we cannot allow to have happen, and you know, people in Canada, across the country, this is the best place in the world to live, and we cannot have that taken away.
And you know, with, like you say, with current issues as it going on, like, you know, tariffs and other economic issues, so how would you want to bring more in depth for that if you become the, if you get elected?
Well, I think, you know, I can certainly add to the team that's there, the experience of dealing with our, you know, the global lending agencies and bond rating agencies. I sat as Canada's representative on the executive committee of the Commonwealth Parliamentary Association. You know, every parliament, every country that's a part of the Commonwealth Association sat at the table, and I represented Canada. So, you know, the experience of dealing at an international basis. I'm business owner, very successful business that operated in all of Atlantic Canada. You know, so bringing those skills to the table to help negotiate, to help work with the Prime Minister Carney's team in looking for solutions. Mr. Trump is unpredictable, you know, so the plan may have to be fluid, the strategies may have to be fluid to be able to work to protect our sovereignty and to protect our trade. The decision made earlier this week has changed the global trade system, you know, the impact on almost every country in the world. So we have to rethink how we do things.
Yes. So what message would you like for our viewers or even, you know, Cape Spirit to know right now?
Well, you know, I think I have the track record, the experience to represent the district, but the only promise that I've ever made when representing the District of Waterford Valley, and when I knocked on doors in each election, was that if people in the riding elect me, I will work hard for them. I will be there when they need me.
And that's an excellent message. And, you know, Tom, we wish you all the luck and all the success in this running.
Well, thank you so much.
And thank you so much for being here today.
Yep, it's always a pleasure to be on Out of the Fog.
Thank you. And we'll be right back after this short break. Welcome back. On the 1st of May, we have the EC Maze that is going to be here in St. John's, Newfoundland. And Rogers TV is a major sponsor. So we have nominee Quote the Raven, and I want you to catch this very special video right now.
Should I leave on a light? I've got no way of knowing if you're coming home. Should I wait up all night or get used to sleeping alone? When you say you love me, something sounds wrong. Are you holding out or holding on? You say you're leaving, you're already gone. as it did yesterday. Did all of our memories get caught in the wave? When you say you love me, something sounds wrong. Are you holding out or holding on? You say you're leaving, you're already gone. You say you love me, I say you're wrong. Are you holding out, holding on? You say you're leaving, you're already gone. When you get where you're going, but you can't move on, don't turn back around. I'm already gone.
Thanks for tuning in to tonight's episode. Wow, quote the Raven, I cannot wait to see them perform at the ECMAs. It's going to be a great time. And of course, we want to thank our guests for coming on to tonight's episode. So be sure to check out Special Olympics and don't forget to vote. Until next time, much love.
This program is brought to you by Rogers Xfinity, connecting you to more of what you love. Visit Rogers.com for more details.
We want to hear from you. Provide feedback on this show or find out how you can get involved. Call, email us, or scan the QR code to take our quick survey.
Saturdays, it's hockey like you've never seen before. Welcome to the NHL Hockeyverse. It's the place where real data of NHL action is transformed, literally, into animations. Combining NHL Edge puck and player tracking data with animations to show hockey like never before.
Let's go inside the helmet.
That's right. This is no video game. The NHL Hockeyverse Matchup of the Week, Saturdays at noon on Sportsnet.
Sports is life. It's clear cut. Everything's out in the open. There's nowhere to hide. I had to prove myself more than anyone else.
You must be so proud of your son. He's gonna go pro. The sky's the limit.
There's always a winner and a loser.
You cannot reach the sky in broken cleats.
Of course, I always want to be the winner. And I did reach the sky.
Norman Kwong, the first Chinese-Canadian professional football player, still holds records to this day. He retired from the sport in 1960 and later became Lieutenant Governor of Alberta.
After a night out with your friends, not having a plan for a safe ride